A second battle for the separation of powers.
What you're witnessing here is to some extent where the policymaking process and politics are running head on into each other.
For a second time Tuesday, the Texas House Committee on Criminal Jurisprudence subpoenaed Robert Roberson to testify about whether or not he received a fair trial, or if his conviction is now based on junk science.
The divide in this case, when you get right down to it, is between the people who have studied the facts, like I have, like the committee has, and those who have not.
Roberson is on death row for the 2002 murder of his 2-year-old daughter, Nikki. In a statement, his attorney says Robert is eager to testify and grateful for the chance to be heard. We will do all we can to cooperate, and I profoundly hope that his ability to appear is not obstructed by those who, for whatever reason, do not want the lawmakers and the public to hear from him directly about his experience trying to communicate his innocence.
How expected was this, and what do we think the outcome of it is going to be?
Well, I think at this point it's really unclear to tell. I mean, this has ultimately turned into an inter-branch conflict, and it's really unclear what the endpoint of this is at this point.
The first subpoena was met with swift pushback from Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton's office, with Governor Greg Abbott's office soon weighing in, calling into question the fact that a House committee halted Roberson's execution. The Texas Supreme Court ultimately agreed the House cannot stop an execution. But, in its opinion, the court wrote, so long as a subpoena issues in a way that does not inevitably block a scheduled execution, nothing in our holding prevents the committee from pursuing judicial relief in the ordinary way to compel a witness's testimony.
So you would say the goal in the first subpoena was not to stop the execution. It was just for information purposes?
I mean, look, it certainly had that effect, but, we had 5 days that I had to set notice for a hearing. And so for a committee to even issue a subpoena to get his testimony, we ran right up against his execution date.
Whether or not that means the Department of Criminal Justice and the Texas Attorney General comply, we'll know by Friday.
Thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and get the latest news by downloading the CBS Austin News app.